in the morning. Laura Styles, Rosenberg, and our friend of the show, family, Ty Dolla Sign.
Dolla Sign.
Free
Album
TC.
out. You smell like wonderful marijuana as usual.
All the time.
What sort of brand is that you have rolled in your?
It's that
ear
Louis
there?
the 13 OG Kush, man.
He loves the Louis the 13.
Yeah, man. That's all I smoke right now.
How come?
Because it's just the one, not the two.
This is the part of the interview when Ebro, the grandpa, asks kids about things he doesn't know about. What flavor weed do you have?
We had a couple. We had
Where am
Northern
I
Lights.
gay?
We had Kush.
Yeah.
We had the Kind.
You didn't even have names. Come on, you didn't
No,
even.
we had names. We had names.
That many?
90s, we had
White
that many
Widow.
names.
Remember White
Definitely.
Widow?
White Widow was one. That was kind of a newer one, but Kush, Kind, Northern Lights.
You had Northern Lights back then?
Northern Lights is one of the OG, like.
And they would, where you would get flavors, not like they had delivery.
No, they didn't have
Northern
flavors.
Lights is mid
That's just a mid?
to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
All I ask is how paranoid am I going to be? And as long as I'm not going to be paranoid, I'm cool.
And what's the
Well,
weed that
no.
gives
You
you
gonna be
energy?
aight. You gonna be
That's
aight.
hype. Which is the weed that makes you hyper, like the 5-hour energy weed?
They call it, they say it's sativa, but like I think sativa is mid as well. Like
We said made.
mid.
Mid, bro.
Mid.
That mid. Yeah, that weak, that stress.
Gramps.
That, ugh.
I don't know about mids. I know sativas and indicas.
I'm
And-
all indicas,
All.
but the Louis the 13 is the best one though. I ain't gonna lie.
Ty, speaking of weed, can you tell the guys a story about when you were in the studio with Babyface recording?
Oh yeah, man. So I'm in the studio with Face, and he's playing the guitar, and like by the third little thing he went to, that was the song Solid. So we spark up, me and Nate 3D, and we passing it back and forth. He don't look to the camera. He don't get on his phone. He's still playing the whole time. He don't even like look up. He just like bobbing his head, and his homeboy walks in. Is like, "Yo, Face don't want y'all to smoke in here. Put that out, and I'll bring y'all outside." And we got a spot for y'all out there. And I look at Face like, wow, like you could have said something, bro. But it's all good. Like this dude has like telepathic powers, bro.
He don't want to fuck up the vibe.
He called his homie in there, and he told us to put it out. It was crazy.
He just stared at him and was like, get these motherfuckers out.
like, wow. But Face was incredible, man. I couldn't.
Was that the number one for you in terms of people guests on the album where you had to pinch yourself and be like, I can't believe this is happening? Because
Yeah, for sure.
as a producer, musician dude, Face must be like a true hero for you.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's how it was. I was just like, all right, cool. I'll put it out fast. Usually I wouldn't. Usually I would have made like a big scene. Like
For me,
It's my session.
yeah, what?
So you get an attitude when people tell you not to smoke. Like that's
hell
the thing.
yeah.
If it's your session,
Yeah, but it's
now
cool.
what if you're in
That
their
was Face,
session though? What if they call you?
It was my session at his studio. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
like,
So you really can't do
all
shit.
respect, you feel me? This is Babyface.
But what about
right
in regular everyday? Like, you're at a show, you're at a venue, and they tell you, you can't smoke. What's the scenario?
I'm
Like,
smoking or I'm leaving.
that's
Straight up.
So the only time you won't smoke is when there's like pregnant women around or children.
True.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's very gentlemanly of you.
Oh,
People are
man.
too paranoid about smoke.
Easy
It's just a little
call.
weed smoke.
Yo, Free TC, the album's on sale right now. I'm a Ty Dolla Sign fan. I've been through that. Everybody likes Blase. That's already a
Blase,
thing.
blase.
I would say, Saved is moving with 40 on it.
Good looking.
I like the Fetty Wap When I See You. I don't believe that people really gave that enough attention.
It's all good. I think
Horses in the Stable features our very own from the BX, Tish Hyman.
Yes.
Yo, how often have you worked with Tish?
We did like 4 or 5 songs so
On
far.
this or just?
No, just we only did that one on my
it.
project, but we got some stuff in the works, and I'm very excited to see her project come out.
Yo, man,
Someone
she's very
hard.
excited for her.
She's killer.
How did you meet her?
Just in LA in the studio.
She writes for a lot of people, right?
Yeah. Yep. You
When
just catch her in, many different sessions.
When you look back, going back to Babyface for one sec, when you look at like the heyday run he was in,
Yeah.
late 80s, early 90s, and he would just add his vocal, he would produce and add his vocals on records, like real subtle. Like do you remember Take a Bow, the Madonna record that he
Yes.
produced?
Oh, wow.
And that in every hook, if you listen to the hook, you can hear him just like he just added that little, like he was able. I mean, he did an Eric Clapton record that was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Like he did so much shit. Would you love to see a time where, because you've already become that guy in hip hop, would you love to also have that role cross genre where you're just producing and putting your
For
vocals on
sure.
everything?
For sure. That's exactly what I want to do.
Does it make you care a little bit less? Because we were talking a little bit, first week sales and things like that, I think you probably wouldn't have guessed that you were going to come out with monster first week sales in the first place.
No, not like that.
But do you really? How much do you care? Because you're getting paid off the features and the production.
I mean,
how much do you give a shit?
I mean, you could tell I really didn't care that much. I did Blase and I did Save, which I think are like the single-driven ones. Everything else is like, doing what I want, basically. I did Solid, which is all guitar with Babyface. Nobody's expecting
Where
that,
are you going to put that? Like, that's just to make music.
So, most of the album is just me making music and just showing what I could do and, like, not trying to sound like nobody else.
I've said to I think the team here that you're such a friend of the show. Like we all have such a good relationship that like I'll be screaming like I don't know why Todd gives a fuck. Like Todd needs to stop making radio records, man. Fuck that. Like he gives his radio records to artists. That's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But the songs that you do for other people make you so much more money. You could be this touring live performance rock star.
Yep.
And I just feel like you're kind of only putting your toe into that space. Like you haven't just said, fuck everybody, I'm going to do what I want to do just yet. Is that what the next phase of this is?
I mean, that's what I was doing with this album, I'm not trying to sound like nobody. I wasn't even trying to make singles like that. I'm just doing what the fuck I want. Like you said, I got that. I got Horses in the Stable. There's nothing that sounds like that.
No.
Most of the shit, the Bring It Out of Me shit, nobody would expect me to do no, Stargate beat. You feel me? But I just went ham and did whatever I wanted, whatever sounded good to me, and whatever the homies was vibing with. So.
Yeah, when I went through, I had the opposite feeling. When I just bought the album now, and when I was going through it, I was like, oh, Todd didn't give a fuck. Because I got to the Babyface record, I'm like, there's no reasonable way he thought this was going to be on the radio anywhere. Yeah. It's an acoustic. Like, listen, hip hop's come a long way. Cats aren't just playing acoustic records on mainstream radio.
Yep.
So to me, I look like you already went there with this project. Like, this album is just for you. Like, this is.
It's for the people, man.
It's for music
lovers. It's for music.
Yeah, people who just actually care about music.
Exactly.
It was pointed out to me that maybe it was shout out to Marissa Mendez who was reading the album credits and noticed that.
Nerd.
He's already like
Nerd alert.
My publishing company doesn't have an apostrophe in the it's. It's drugs and it's ITS without an apostrophe. Okay, you got me. All right, that wasn't even my fault. That's whoever
I wasn't even gonna point that out. I ain't even fucking. I actually was intrigued to see that you have I believe your brother.
Yeah, man. Throughout the whole album.
And other family members.
Yeah.
Tied into your publishing just because because obviously your father has, been a musician. That this is publishing is something that people feed their families on for generations.
For sure.
Can you talk about that for the young artist that's maybe watching right now that doesn't even understand publishing?
Yeah, I got my bro right. I got my sis right. And I got me right, man, and it's all about family at the end of the day, man. It's like this music is, it lasts for however long it's gonna last, but you got to be set up, and you got to save your money. You feel me?
So explain to people. So people don't get it. Publishing is when you're a writer of a song.
Yeah,
it's the right money you earn forever.
Yeah, basically, when you write a song, you have 100% of the song, right? The producer gets 50, the writers get 50, and whatever your publishing company is, whatever deal you set it with them, they take out whatever's they take out, and you keep whatever you keep, and you better keep it. You feel me? And you better have it set up right. Don't let everybody take your publishing.
Have you
done that can last forever if the song gets big? Big.
What record do you see the most publishing off of in the last how long?
Very good
2-3
question.
years.
Man, there's been a couple, man. I'm lucky.
Paranoid's a good one, right?
Paranoid's a good one. Loyal's a good one.
Loyal, yeah, that's a good one.
Or Nah's a great one.
Or Nah.
Yeah.
And there's some records. I thought he would say some records that we don't know that he was involved in.
Well, he don't
I
want
know. I see how y'all be trying to do it.
He went right past those.
But what about then? So for people out there listening, that's why a lot of the richest cats you will see are the ones who are writing and producing records.
Yeah.
So you could potentially get 100% of a record.
Yeah, man.
That's where the real guap is.
For sure. Well, the show money is great too,
Yeah. What's your favorite part? Would you rather be
I
on
like
stage or be in
everything
the
to be
studio?
real with you. Like I like coming up with the song, hearing the song after, seeing the girls come through and party to it in the studio, then seeing the DJ homies play it and the club go crazy, and then that's just one. And then when you come back to the club like a month or two later and then everybody knows every word, like that happened to me twice so far. Like when the Paranoid, well, way more than that. What am I saying? But like with my own songs, like the Paranoid was like one of them songs where everybody sings every single word. Loyal was the same way. Blase is the same way now. So it's crazy. Like I love that.
How much did you write of Loyal?
First verse and hook.
That's a pretty critical part.
Yeah.
Oh, what about did we already say we had to ask him this question last time?
What was that?
Wait, what?
Did you write Janae's verse for
Nah.
You did not write the Janae's verse for Omarion?
Nah.
You weren't writing about eating booty.
No. Little.
So Ty Dolla Sign, pick up free TC, man. It's always good to see you. Are
Man,
you on
everybody
tour?
go get that.
Are you on tour right now?
No, I'm not. I'm just on promo tour, you know, going to holler at people like you and promoting the album. And thank y'all for helping me.
I want to do an interview where we just sit around and play music and smoke weed.
Yeah, we got to do it.
I mean,
Like
if you
we
were
can't
really
do it
gangster,
here.
let him spark up right now if he was really about that
Yeah,
life.
no, I'm not.
Yeah, we can't do that. We're trying to keep our
It's not what I
jobs.
am. I have a mortgage and a daughter.
So
Nah,
you
Yeah,
can't do
thanks.
it?
doing that.
All right.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Well, you,
Hey, Ty, can you talk? Remember, I've asked you this before, but I asked you what was the most special record on this album for you.
It's called Miracle. And the funny thing is, like, when you go down my Twitter feed, everybody's saying that same thing. I said it like months back, but Miracle is my favorite song. That's why I'm featuring my brother. And
Can I tell you something?
yeah.
Also, another frustration I have with you as an artist is I know you have more to say than just girls, clubs, and weed.
Yeah.
And I haven't spent much time with the album, but I would say that Miracle
Yeah, there's
probably
definitely-
feels more personal to people, and they're getting a
Yeah.
piece of you that you haven't given yet.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more you give of your actual self, the more success you're gonna have with your look, you're always gonna have success as a songwriter. That's
Yeah.
something you're always gonna have. But with your individual shit, it's gonna go when you start to be okay being like, here's the shit I'm really thinking about and really feeling.
That's there too, man. You got. It seems like you haven't checked out the album, my brother.
I haven't.
You see him, man.
Yeah, that's what they
See how
do.
he does me,
That's what
man?
they do, man.
Then they
I
start
haven't,
talking
man.
and they ain't even heard yet.
Well, but the upside for Ebro, he's just supporting you blindly too. But then he makes up opinions to
I
go
love
with
my
it too.
brother Ebro, man. But
Yeah,
check
but I
out the
haven't listened to
album.
the album yet.
Check out the
Haven't
album, man.
listened.
That's
Yeah,
why
but I
Miracle
like
is
that you
special
know-
to him, Ebro, because he's talking about something
But that's
else.
what I'm trying to say. Make more of those and then buy.
But maybe he has tons of those.
It's
You
on
didn't hear the
there.
whole album.
It's on there. For
Which
the first
one?
song.
Which one? Tell me
You can just
right
start from L.A. There's
Yeah.
substance on L.A.
I think
feel me?
you played LA
And then
in
just
the
keep
room
on
today.
going.
I like Save, but that that's typical.
There's
Ty Dolla Sign
credit.
joint.
You feel me?
Credit.
It's
all right.
not all about that on this album.
All right.
You know.
I like When I See You too, though. By the way, I do
Good
like When I
looking.
See You, and I like Blase. But those are typical Ty Dolla Sign records.
Yeah.
Guess what I like? Guess what I like? Ty Dolla Sign record.
Yeah, but Ty Dolla Sign records, he gives those to everyone else.
But you still need some. You still need some Dollar Sign records.
Some.
He should
Man,
give them to
check
everyone.
out the album, bro.
Yeah,
That's all
sit
I
with the
gotta say,
album,
man.
man.
The album
That's
speaks
funny,
for itself,
Oh
bro.
my God.
Piece of shit.
Weirdo.
Did you buy it yet? Beardo.
Weirdo.
No, weirdo.
You ever notice how Ebro's beard looks like someone smacked him with a powdered donut?
We have this thing called Worst YouTube Comment Wednesdays, and we pick out all like the shit talkers. And somebody said his ashy ass beard looks like someone smacked him with a powdered donut.
That's not nice.
I'm
She,
sorry.
I already said it once. I don't know why she brought it.
It's so
Go get 'cause she's a
funny.
piece of shit.
Because he's a piece
Look,
of shit.
I get my shit too.
You
Whatever.
feel like you had to explain it to everybody?
Yes,
You feel like
yes.
you
I had to
figure it out.
reiterate it. It was so good.
Actually, maybe they'll come for Ty on this video.
Hey, did y'all really get your own Pop-Tarts? That's crazy.
Promo.
Those. We got
It's amazing,
those.
right?
We didn't get like
Mine
a
are
whole-
gone. Ebro's cinnamon roll is still available. Mine are the only ones that are sold
Do
out.
I
You know
Which
still
which
one
one
are yours?
The blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry.
You know
gone.
why though? Because he ate them himself.
Because he was sitting right
I kind
there.
of want to taste,
Yeah.
Laura. I kind of want to taste your chocolatey
Chocolate
strawberry.
I
Sounds kind of good to me. Laura, you're so hot on this picture.
Let me see it.
I don't know when this is from. Throwback Thursday. The Throwback Thursday picture of the Sench.
He wants to taste her chocolatey strawberry.
I do. In this case only.
Ty Dolla Sign, what do you catch hate for on social
He
media?
wants to eat the booty.
Whoa! Not Laura's.
Chill,
Gross.
man.
Ew.
happening?
The chocolatey strawberry.
I do. Yes, that does sound like that, I suppose.
Sound like she didn't wipe all the way, bruh.
Oh my God!
Oh
Ew.
my God! Speaking of
We're
chocolate.
getting disgusting.
Speaking of chocolatey strawberries, on your album you have a line when you shout out to someone named Maria in New York. Okay.
Oh wow.
There's someone here, I can't say who believes that
Marissa Mendez.
Maria. When you say Maria, it's code for shouting out your homie Marissa.
It's not code.
It's someone else named Maria.
There's someone else named Maria.
So you're saying that's not a shout out to Marissa Mendez?
I'm shouting out Marissa Mendez right now.
That's official.
Right now. But that wasn't to her. Okay?
Damn,
That was to
man.
Maria.
Now there's another shout out on the album where you reference a woman named Pam. Are you referring to Marissa's mother, whose name is Pam?
Yes.
Well said. Well said.
What's up, mommy? I miss you.
Wow. Wow, so crazy. Ty Dolla Sign. TC is
My bro.
your brother. And do you ever talk about where he is? He's locked up in California.
He's locked up in California for something that he didn't do. That's why I named my album Free TC. And you know what I'm doing with the money from this project is putting it back into his case. So thank y'all for being real ones and supporting something real.
And how long is he supposed? If you don't get him out early, how long is he supposed to be there?
He's supposed to be there for life.
And he did not do this.
He did not do this, man. I swear.
This is not just a simple thing where because sometimes me and Ebro have talked about this a million times. Cats want to say free so and I look at the case and I'm like, you probably shouldn't free this person. They definitely did it. This is not that. This is someone who
this
is
definitely not
falsely
that.
accused.
There's no proof. None of that. It's just crazy. You
Wow,
know,
so
he got put in a twist.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
It does.
It really does, and it's an expensive proposition. If you want to keep fighting that fight, that's going to continue to cost money.
That's cool.
And you're ready for that.
Yeah. What else better do I got to do? Go
Hey,
buy some jewelry?
Exactly. What better with your money than
Yeah.
getting out your brother?
For sure.
How often do you get to speak to him?
You know, whenever he calls, like hopefully every month at least,
Got
you know. But sometimes, you know, more than once a month.
And how long has he been down so far?
Like 11 years.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's
This
real
free
time.
TC shit is real,
Yeah,
man.
that's real time.
Yeah.
And he's older than you? Younger?
Younger.
Younger than you.
I mean, that's really dope too as the name of an album because you know you've heard people talk about this with homies over the years, but I can't recall anyone actually naming the album their debut album after someone. It's pretty special.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully it'll pay off.
Hopefully.
Well, hopefully, you know, have you talked
For
to him
sure.
since the album's dropped?
Yeah. Yep. He was just excited. Like super excited.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I love you, bro. Like, we really did this. I'm like, yeah, we did.
Because when he went away, it was just for you. It was you just
Terrible.
working.
Terrible, but I don't even think about me. I just be thinking about my moms, you know? That's who it really hit the most. So I'm just trying to make moms proud and, you know, my brother got a son. You know, he deserves his dad. It's all type of shit, you feel me? So
Yeah.
everybody go support.
But yeah, I'm just. It's dope that you're able to uplift your family with your music and your hard work. Because 11 years ago,
It was a dream.
it was
Just a
just, he
kid.
was probably just in the room getting high, and it was like, "Come on, man." And he was like, "Nah, I'ma do it."
Yeah,
Did they ever doubt you? Was there ever doubt that?
of course, you know. Everybody used to call this whole music shit a hobby. And like, go get a real job. Like, what are you doing? You wasting time. You got a daughter. Da 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 da. I'm like, all right. Kept on cooking. Sauce. We here.
The sauce was over an extended period of time.
But-
Let's be
but
clear,
it's- but he perfected
But
the
it's
sauce.
perfect though.
happened.
It's perfect.
You had to cook the sauces right. Now I'll tell you,
Yeah.
there's only one thing I ever doubted about Ty Dolla Sign, ever when I first heard about him, because I didn't hear about you that long before the freshman list. Which, pardon me for that, but it's true. The name, I was like, no one's gonna say. I remember thinking in my head, no one's gonna read this and say Dollar Sign. Like it was because now we're used to saying it, but at the time it was pretty weird to be like, wait, you
I
pronounce.
think in our first interview, you was like, "Why not just Ty Dolla?"
Yeah, I didn't understand it.
And he was like, "Nah, it's Ty Dolla Sign."
Exactly, and now you don't even think about it. It's like
Why does
Dollar
the sign
sign.
bother you?
I just didn't understand. I'm like, wait, I pronounced the word. It's a dollar sign, but normally that just means dollar. I don't know. I'm a nerd, and now whenever I see him, I just think dollar sign. It's effective. He nailed it.
Free TC's
Branding,
the
man.
album, man.
Yeah.
Branding works.
Apparently, there's still record stores somewhere because someone just handed me a CD that.
Marissa got hers
Target,
on FYE.
Best Buy, FYE.
Yo, I've
wherever,
never
you know.
get
bought.
that.
I've never bought a single piece of music from Target or Best Buy or
In your life?
my life.
Yeah, I don't think
You
I
gotta
have.
get with it, bro.
I was Sam Goody Warehouse Tower Records days.
Oh, okay.
I feel you.
I was those days. I never these new like department stores where you get the music and you go shopping for socks and all that.
Yes, I know.
That's not
Would
my
you go
world.
to Virgin Megastore and listen to it before? Remember when you could do that? Remember when you could
Yo,
do that?
Tower. You go to
Yeah,
Tower.
Tower.
Go to Tower. Yo, did they press this on vinyl? Is there full length vinyl too?
It's in the process right now.
It's happening. So there is
Yeah,
going to be a full length vinyl
for sure.
too. All right, nice.
Dollar Sign, good to see you, sir.
Good to see
Share
you.
some
Free
of that
TC.
Man.
Share
Free
some of that
TC.
Hi.